Welcome to the More Love, More Life podcast. Today, we got Tony EQ and Juju. We're going to be talking about parenthood, the difficulties, the complexness, and the beautifulness of raising a child. How y'all doing today?
Doing all right, man. Can't complain. Nice day out today.
Man, it's beautiful. So, Tony EQ, we're going to get to it, man. I see you got your boy here with you, Juju. School us on autism. I know a lot of people out here don't really know what it is.
Well, there's a lot to it. It's an entire range of things that go with it. But you'll see the term ASD, that's autism spectrum disorder.
Right.
So it being a spectrum means it's a wide range of things that goes with it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So at the root of it, it's a neurological issue and a social issue. Matter of fact, in Japan, they call autism the loneliness disease.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you ever notice, a lot of times people on the spectrum, they can just be in their own world for hours on end. You know what I'm saying? Because they see the world differently. They could see themselves in literally their own world. So, being by themselves a lot of times don't really bother them. The way that it presents a lot of times, like I said, it's a spectrum. And so it could be like with Juju. We'll start with Juju. All right. Juju's diagnosis is paired with epilepsy too, another neurological disorder. But when it comes to his autism, it affects his motor skills. Like there's some things we take for granted when it's like come to like say picking up this penny off this table comes second nature, But somebody like him, he might have difficulty with it. You know what I mean? Yeah, he walked right up in here, he carrying stuff like that, but I might tell him to, like I said, pick that penny up or like teaching him how to plug in his iPad.
Right.
Took months. Because he had to learn to steady his nerves and had the patience to actually do it, fit in that little hole. You know what I mean? So you got neurological issues like that. Like I said, societal issues. He doesn't understand what's acceptable in public.
Okay.
Or in society until you training for months on end. A lot of times their success in life is directly connected to their family and their social support that help them,
how you guide them,
navigate,
you understand,
navigate the world and get them, into a place to where they can excel at what they're naturally good at.
And you haven't found that with him yet?
No, we haven't. It's a long process because he has a bunch of different issues going on with him. He's not completely verbal, but he has an iPad that let him put phrases in, but he never really gravitated to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he can read and write, at like he can read at I guess like a 5th grade level, sixth grade or whatever. He can read almost anything you need to read, but then like putting it in a sentence look like a little first grader wrote it out or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So he has all these different means of communication, but he's not really good at one of them.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's one challenge. And then we know, he likes musical instruments. He's good at sports. Like I was telling Hawk earlier, he's been playing golf since like 4 years old. I had him in the backyard. I had him in the backyard for 2 years with his first set of clubs, hitting up against a fence, just whack, whack all the time, right? I don't know how the hell we got away with not breaking the neighbor's window over that fence because we using real old golf balls, right? But he got his swing down, right? And it's awkward too. He hold it all backwards and shit like that, but it worked for him, right? So after 2 years, I took him to the golf course, the driving range, right? And I put him on the range. I said, okay, this is how you do it. You get in your block.
Arms out.
Arms out.
Back.
Back.
Swing.
That's how you do it. And it was on ever since. It's to the point now where a lot of times I'll be like, Juju, hit the truck. Little golf ball truck picking up the ball.
He can hit the truck?
He can hit the truck. I ain't never hit the truck.
Wow.
I ain't
so
never
he focused
hit the truck.
on that, though. That's when
he'll focus on it. And he'll do things like, we at the driving range, right? And he's hitting, right? And if I'm not engaged with him, if I'm sitting like over there, a few feet away, sometimes he'll say something like, Daddy. And he'll be looking at me and just, he ain't even looking at the ball, it still hit it. I'm like, why you showing off, bro? He be hitting it with one hand. I'm like, man, okay. But he ain't like pro level. But we in Special Olympics, he gets gold medals. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He plays a lot better than the average person out there trying to play. Me and my dad, his grandfather, we've been playing for years. And every now and then we'll shank one here, pull one that way. Not him. He may not hit it in a perfect arc, but that motherfucker going straight as an arrow.
That's just like you say, he
right on the fairway. He always on the fairway.
Wow.
So he good, man. I'm gonna try to hustle some money out of him. You know, go to like Chester, Washington, or something like that. Be like, yo, let's get it in, man. $5 a hole. What's happening?